take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Pick me up. Here we go. Give me 4. Check my 40.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
From the gun, here's Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, 31.
The final shot before the break. Watson, he's going to look deep down the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2.
Crunch time, defense. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Out of the gun, Watson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. The 40, the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in, already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Watson on first down. Flush to his right. He'll run it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Anthony Barr, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make them.
40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Here we go.
Here's Watson going deep for Hopkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Squeeze, double.
Alert.
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller. 52 yards, and the Texans cut into that lead. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I talked with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? He said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now Cousins, and this is going to be incomplete. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right? They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina, and then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. Their win over Philadelphia, even though it was at home. Could those wins for those teams be the death knell for the teams that lost? The Jets, we're not going to talk about them anymore. Carolina, they still thought maybe a late run could put them in the playoff race in the NFC South. And then how about Philadelphia? But they're not out of it.
No.
They still control their destiny. If they win out, they go 9-7 and win the NFC East.
Yeah, because they're just one game back of 6-6 Dallas. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Gun.
Play.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Gun.
Banjo. 41 Mike.
Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
To throw is Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way down, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Stephon Diggs, 33 yards. And the Vikings are going to